Hi Huskies, welcome to lesson 2 of your math on September 22nd, 2021 for your Wednesday. So we're going over lesson 2. So after learning about integers and reviewing about absolute value and also opposites, we're reviewing comparing and ordering integers. So that's a fancy way, just remember, comparing means that we're just trying to figure out what is similar and how to find out what's similar and put it in logical order from first, second, third, and so on the number line. Excuse me, I had to burp a little bit. LOL. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's review. So our objective for lesson 2 is I can compare and order integers using number lines and inequality symbols. Okay? So the accuracy number, that will go on as we go. But let's just review what this actually means, okay? So how can I compare different values, okay? So if you remember in elementary school, you had alligator mouths, okay? So just a fun way to remember is that the less than symbol is facing this way to the right, and it's like a little alligator, right? Whatever alligator it eats, the bigger number. So when it's faced this way to the left, or on the, you can't tell with me, but on your left, okay? But the mouth is facing towards the right, it's going to be a less than symbol. Now, when we are going towards our mouth to the left, is going to be greater than. So we have our less than and our greater than alligator. Then we have an equal symbol. Now this equal symbol is just meaning that it's both these numbers are equal to each other, right? There's really nothing that goes about that. Now on a number line, this is where things get a little bit more complicated. On the right-hand side with the positive numbers, we know that from 1 to 10 and so on, the number increases, okay? The value increases here. So I'm going to put INC for increase. And then before the 0, so -1, you're taking something away, your value decreases for the left. So I'm going to put decrease, DEC. Okay, awesome. So now when we're comparing, let's look at this example here. So we need to compare -4 to 2, okay? So you can graph -4 on a number line and then 2 here, right? But because -4 is farther to the left, so from the 0, it jumps back farther, we can say that -4 is less than 2, okay? Remember, the farther the negative number, the less value it has, okay? And this can be written using the following symbols. So we know that -4 is less than 2. So if you were to go and try to compare, just know that whatever the alligator eats, it's the greater number. That's the positive usually. So when we order, so let's look at our second example. When we order -3, 4, and -1 from least to greatest, so we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then -1 and -3. We need to list the numbers from least to greatest, okay? So basically from left to right, because on your left you have your negatives, and going towards the right is going to be the more positive numbers. So let's look at here. I'm going to move myself over here. Cool. So I have -3, -1, and 4. Remember, just an example, remember this, that the farther away the negative number is, the less that it is, okay? The least that it is. So -3 is farther away from -1. So that means -3 is going to be the least. -1, since it's closer to 0, is going to be the second least. And then 4 would be, of course, the greatest, because that's a whole number. It's the greatest. Okay? So then let's go, I'm going to go ahead and clear my screen and go back. So for your Unit 2, Lesson 2, this is what I would like for you to do. I want you to practice your skill with completing the number line and dragging these yellow dots in order from least to greatest, okay? So that means you can move these yellow squares onto the right section. So -2 would go to -2, -4 would go to -4, and -1 would go to -1. Then after, you're listing from least to greatest what they are, okay? And you're doing the same thing for 2 and 3. After you're done, you're dragging these number symbols to what is greatest and to what is least. Now, if you have any questions about this, remember you can go back to slide 10 to review, okay? But you're working on this with your partner or by yourselves, whatever you feel comfortable with, and you're walking through what you're learning today, okay? I really want you to focus this because you're going to need this for your district test coming up on October. So when you're reviewing it, I want you to think about it, review, look at this video, rewind, just reflect. This is practice for you. I'm going to be posting the answers tomorrow, but I really want you to focus on the skill. Okay, this is all your homework today. And then another thing I want you to do is IXL. So this is something you should be doing in class. Now, when you go to IXL on your read class with me, you know that I'm going to be your teacher with IXL. I know that you know how to go into IXL. So, as a reminder, on updates, I gave you 2 skills for you to practice. If you go on updates, there's a photo of those 2 skills. I wanted you to focus on rational numbers on number line and rational numbers equal or not equal to. Those 2 skills that you've been learning the last 2 days. So when I go to IXL, I'm going to scroll all the way down, go to IXL, click on that left-hand thing on my left, the left-hand app, right, on my reading class with me, because I'm both your teachers right now. I go to learning. It's going to open up. And for you, it's going to look different than me, okay? But for you, when you go to learning, you go to math. You go to your grade. So you're going to go to 6th grade, right? And you're going to see different skills that I've started for you. You're going to ignore the whole number skill. So ignore all this. And I want you to go all the way down to P for rational numbers. You're working on these 2 skills right here. Rational numbers on a number line, rational numbers equal or not equal, and compare and order rational numbers using number lines. So you're going to be working on these 3, okay, for homework. This is homework, again, homework. So that means you're going to spend I want to give you about 40 minutes working on this, okay? So you're going to spend about 10 minutes on number lines, 15 minutes on equal or not equal, and another 15 minutes on compare and order rational numbers, okay? This is something I want you to feel ready for when you take your test soon, okay? Remember, if you have any questions, you can message me on Schoology, but I just want you to do your best. Even if you might be confused on what to do, just do your best because we're all here to learn and we're going to be going over things together, okay? Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.